The gas giant Saturn has 292 moons. Yet within this spectacularly vast system, there's one moon that's instantly recognizable. With a colossal impact crater dominating its surface, Mimas looks more like the Death Star than a natural icy satellite. Its ominous crater was first spotted when the Voyager probe sped past in 1980. Almost instantly, scientists attributed it to an ancient collision of epic scale. But since then, the moon has hardly changed. Compared with the likes of the active moon Enceladus and Titan, Mimas almost seems boring, relegated to just another cosmic fossil. A simple reminder of how violent the early solar system must have been. That is, until 2024, when scientists found that hidden beneath its ancient cratered shell lies something that simply shouldn't exist. Mimas is not dead. It's an ocean world. This discovery has transformed the Death Star moon from a celestial curiosity into one of the most important objects in our search for life beyond Earth. But how did we get Mimas so wrong? And just what lies beneath its surface? Join me today as we peel back the icy crust of Saturn's innermost moon to reveal a secret ocean hiding in the dark and delve into what this maritime discovery on Mimas means for the rest of the Saturn system. Mimas is a tiny moon. It orbits around 186,000 kilometers from its host planet Saturn. And with a mean diameter of just under 400 kilometers, it's actually the smallest astronomical body we know of to have pulled itself into a spherical shape due to its own gravity. For the most part, Mimas doesn't seem that special. It's not overly dissimilar to many of Saturn's other mid-sized moons like Tethys, Dione, and Rhea. But what makes it stand apart is the fact that Mimas is a world whose history is one that's clear to see on its surface, and that history is one of unimaginable violence. The surface is heavily cratered, but one feature is particularly prominent. Mimas is dominated by the Herschel crater, an impact basin 130 kilometers wide. To put that into perspective, the crater covers nearly 1/3 of the moon's diameter. If a crater of the same relative scale existed on Earth, it would be more than 4,000 kilometers wide, larger than the entire continent of Australia, with walls towering more than 150 kilometers into the sky. To help you imagine just how crazy that is, think on this. Mount Everest doesn't even quite stretch to 9 kilometers. The impact that created this epic crater was a cataclysmic event that brought Mimas to the very brink of destruction. Simulations suggest that if the impactor had been just a little bit larger or moving slightly faster, Mimas would have shattered completely, reduced to just another ring of debris orbiting Saturn. Luckily for us, though, the moon survived. Shockwaves from the impact traveled through the moon's core and focused on the exact opposite side, the antipodal point, where they ripped the crust apart, creating a complex network of canyons and fractures known as chasmata. For decades, planetary scientists looked at this battered surface and concluded that Mimas must be frozen solid. A warm, slushy interior would have relaxed over time, smoothing out the crater walls and erasing the scars. The fact that the Herschel crater still stands, with walls 5 kilometers high and a central peak reaching up to 6 kilometers, suggests that the ice shell was rigid and immensely thick, supporting these massive structures for billions of years. Essentially, everything was pointing to Mimas being a geologically dead world. That is, until scientists found something strange happening on the surface. Their clue that they'd got something wrong came later, through the Cassini mission. This makes sense. Reviewing information is the best way to see if your initial assumptions are mistaken. When I studied for tests at uni, I found that repeatedly practicing test questions was my best way to overcome gaps in my knowledge, especially when I had someone there to guide me through the answers. Science may not have gotten that level of feedback from Mimas, sadly. But if you're looking to enhance your learning, you don't have to be left so adrift. For Mimas, though, there was no learning platform to show scientists where they'd gone wrong. They had to figure it out with Cassini. In 2010, NASA's Cassini spacecraft swept past Mimas and turned its composite infrared spectrometer toward the moon to map its surface temperature. Scientists expected to see a smooth gradient, warmest at the equator where the sun was overhead, and fading to cold near the poles. Instead, they found pac-man. Yes, you heard me correctly. The thermal map revealed a sharp, V-shaped boundary on the moon's leading hemisphere. Inside the mouth of the shape, the temperatures dropped to an icy -196 degrees Celsius, while the surrounding regions were a relatively balmy -181 degrees Celsius. It was a thermal footprint that looked exactly like the 1980s arcade icon eating a dot, the dot in this case being the Herschel crater. Even more surprising, when you look at Mimas in visible light, this difference completely disappears. The surface looks totally uniform. Nothing at all correlates to the anomaly we observe. This led astronomer Dr. John Spencer to playfully joke that Mimas might actually be the Death Star, and that Darth Vader simply applied a clever coat of paint to fool our visible light cameras, hiding the truth from everything except the prying infrared eyes of Cassini. Now, this thermal anomaly wasn't exactly a sign of internal heat, but rather a sign of how Mimas interacts with its environment.